What's up, Sassy? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back. It's time for another Love is Blind UK review, and this is episode 8. Guys, I have so much to say on this episode, but before I get into the video, I'm just going to ask you guys to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you get updated every single time I upload a new video. Oh my god, guys, I got a new ring light for my birthday. And I'm actually loving it. I wish I actually did like a unboxing of all my birthday gifts because I was spoiled, okay? I was spoiled. But anyways, guys, so let's get straight into the video. So let me start with the one, Catherine She. Because Catherine and Freddie, no. I don't think, do you know what it is? That's why they say not everything that's glitter is gold, because at the beginning they had so much in common that I was convinced they were relatives, right? Twins, lost at birth, separated. I don't know, I don't care. But this girl is not for Freddie. To be honest with you, you just need to leave that alone, because this girl's about the money. She's gonna want Freddie's money, because Freddie's not asking her about the whole situation about like a prenup, and she don't seem to be interested in the prenup, and she's gonna use the emotional blackmail. Come talk about, oh, if you don't want to marry me, just say that. Freddie, say it. You don't want to marry her. Say it, Freddie. Say it. Because she's after the money. Let me tell you something. First of all, she pissed me off in this episode, because the moment Sam came in, right, she's like, oh my god, he reminds me of my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend. Oh my god, he looks like my ex-boyfriend. Oh my god, he's like the identical of my ex-boyfriend. The amount of time she said that, right? And then the new girl came in, Natasha and Charlotte came in, and she asked Freddie, what do you think about the girls? And he said, yeah, Charlotte, she's nice. Yeah, I think she's attractive. And she's gonna be up in her feelings, talk about, you're hurting my feelings. How do you expect me to feel? You keep saying that she's nice and you find her attractive. You ask the man. You say to him, what does he think about the girls? And he said that she looks good. She's attractive. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's there with you, right? And then what did she go and do? Go and flirt with Sam. The man that she says looks identical like her ex-boyfriend. She goes and she's proper flirting with Sam. Disrespectful, y'all. She's disrespectful, because I know she's doing it to get under Freddie's skin, but if she's doing it to get under Freddie's skin, that's a red flag, because that shows immaturity, which you do not want somebody that's immature in your life in this day and age. You see what I'm saying? She's gonna flirt with Sam, talk about, that's the ring that I wanted, and if you're around, we can always meet up. I'm here for you. Da, da, da. All this flirting back and forth, and she knows she's flirting, and you could see how uncomfortable it was making Freddie. She made Freddie look like a fool. Like, I'm not even joking, that was disrespectful. And if that was Freddie doing that to her, that's why I said, Freddie, lock down by your money. Don't get married to this girl unless you bring up a prenup, you know? If Freddie don't secure a prenup, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't making with no broke. Listen, let me tell you something. That girl's after the man's money. She's after the man's money. She's always grumpy. He's saying to her, like, obviously, I've got my dad. She's like, oh yeah, but I know you have an issue with my sassiness, or you know that I'm grumpy, but I'm working on it. I don't have to change nothing. Nobody has to change anything. You shouldn't have to change anything for nobody. You change because you want to change. You know what I mean? I don't believe people can change for somebody else. I don't believe it. I feel like you will change because you want to change. If you're trying to change for somebody else, you'll only change for a season. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that you definitely want to do for you or for that person, because you decided that this is what you want to achieve, then you'll do it. She is not for Freddie. This girl is not for Freddie. I hope Freddie sees some sense. I hope Freddie's family make Freddie see some sense. I hope Freddie's sister make Freddie see some sense. Because if Freddie goes through with this marriage, this girl is leaving with more than half of Freddie's stuff. She needs to go get a job. She needs to go get a job. That's what she needs to do. She needs to go about her business and get a job. At the end of the day, I understand she grew up as an only child because she was adopted. But honey, you're not the only person being adopted. And yes, you might have had to defend yourself, regardless of whether you're adopted or not. People have to defend themselves plenty of times. At the end of the day, there's no need for her behavior. And she's talking about how, she's insecure and stuff, and Freddie making a comment about that girl. You're insecure, but you're out there acting like you're for the streets. You out there in front of all these people, showboating, flirting in front of the man that is your fiance, that you want to marry you without a prenup. Girl, if you not come out of my life as a man, do you know what? I'm not even gonna, I got nothing else to say about that. All I'm gonna say is, Freddie, secure the money. Because this girl is after your money. She's no good for you. It is, that's it. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, guys, you know what I'm gonna say? It's ironic. I love that word, you see? Isn't it funny how, you know, when they were on the retreat, everybody had their 2 cents to say about Demi and Ollie. You know, everybody wanted to come down and pour Ollie. Everybody wanted to say this and that and this and that. Maria was not happy with how Ollie was. Jasmine was not happy with how Ollie was. Everybody was talking this, everybody was talking that. Now look out the table turn. Ollie and Demi looks perfect together. They are striving in their relationship. You know, Ollie's getting on with her family. Her dad loves him. Everybody loves him. And they genuinely, you can see the connection. Obviously, I know people have their doubts still, and that is fine. Because even that guy was asking Ollie, like, tell us the truth. Like, you know, would you see somebody else and want to get with somebody else if you saw that person and that person was looking bang? And Ollie was like, listen, I don't see myself wanting anybody else apart from Demi. Do you know what I mean? And then when he saw Charlotte, I think he kind of like, oh shit, Charlotte look good. Do you know what I'm saying? But that happens. Even when we're in a relationship as women, come on now. When I see a nice little brother out there and I said, Lord of God, it's like God spend a little extra time on him. At the end of the day, I look at him and thinking, him look good enough. But at the same time, I will look at my bae and say, you know what? Him look good, but he's not my bacon and egg sandwich. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it's okay to find somebody else attractive when you're in a relationship. It's normal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's okay. But I like the fact that he said, listen, I do think Charlotte is paying, and I do think she's the kind of girl that I'm into and all that kind of stuff. But do you know what I mean? I don't see anything making me change from Demi. That's who I want. That's what I want right now. How everybody was coming down at them, and look at the people that was coming down on them and wouldn't mind their own business. Look at their business now falling apart. Because look at Maria. Maria and Tom. Now, Tom is a local show, but Tom, can't trust Tom. You know why I can't trust Tom? Because Tom was flirting with Natasha. Why is Tom telling Natasha that him and Maria having problems, please? If you don't have motives and you're not trying to plant a seed into Natasha's forehead, why would you go and tell Natasha, oh, things are good with me and Maria, but, you know, we do have problems because we did have like a clash the other day. First of all, he started the evening telling Benaya how, you know, he paid for dinner. And then the following morning, Maria said she was going to pay for breakfast. And then she was upset the fact that she paid for breakfast. And she was saying to him, listen, I don't feel like so early in the dating stage that I should be putting out money to pay for anything. Now, everybody have their own beliefs and all that kind of stuff. That's her belief. That's her belief. I personally don't mind paying on a date, right? Don't get me wrong. I don't mind. And let me break this down for y'all. Let me tell you something, right? Okay, now I don't mind paying on a date. You see, a first date, I will pay for myself on a first date. But let me tell you something. If you ask me on a date and I have to pay for my dinner on a date, means unless you have a good ass excuse, you ain't having a second date with me. Because first of all, you should never ask me out on a date when you can't pay for me. I'm going to always have my money though, and I'm going to always offer to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm always have me covered. I'm going to have you covered because you ain't got to embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? But if I have to assume that masculine role so early, at the end of the day, we don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? We do not need to be. Now, if you pay for the first date and we go on a second date, baby, I got you. I got you. I'm going to say, honey, let me do this one. You know what I'm saying? Let me do this one. Or, you know, if you buy me a drink, I'm like, babe, I'm going to watch what you're having and I'm going to go buy that drink myself. So people have their way of doing things, right? For me, if you pay for the first date, I'm good. I'm good. If you don't pay for it, either way, I'm good. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't pay for that first meal that you ask me out on, at the end of the day, I don't think we're going to have a second one. Unless you have a good ass excuse, you know what I mean, and God's on your side, we ain't gonna have a second date. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I get what she's trying to say, and she voiced what she's trying to say, because this is the man you're planning to get married to. They're engaged. So she has to put out there what she feels, do you know what I mean? And how she prefers things to be, because she said she felt embarrassed of her having to pay for her food. Now, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Each to their own. Like, I don't feel embarrassed for stuff like that, because if I'm out with my man, I should be able to pay for my man. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So each to their own. But anyways, I feel like Tom was flirting with Natasha. Him telling Natasha at this moment, we don't even know if we're gonna get married, what we're gonna do. It's almost like he's trying to say to her, well, you know, still a possibility for me and you get together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a possibility for me and you to do this. Because it wasn't until then she started to say to him, well, listen, like, what I felt for you was love. Do you know what I mean? What I felt for you was love. I've fallen for you, right? And the way that he kept looking for her around the room, even when Maria came up to him and they went and sit somewhere else, he kept looking for Natasha around the room. You know what I'm saying? And then he has the audacity to say to Maria the following day that he felt uncomfortable because Natasha expressed herself and used the L word on him, and he felt really uncomfortable because he was like, she was there, so why would she come and say that to me? It's almost like he's downplaying his part in it when he basically was flirting with her, and he basically ignited a hope in Natasha, like something could happen between them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because why would you tell another girl that you claim to have a connection with that you don't even know if you're going to marry this person, or, you know, you guys are having issues, or we really had a connection, da da da. And, do you know what I mean? I feel like you just can't trust Tom. I really do not trust Tom in this situation. I feel like, I don't know whether his eyes just let him down and he couldn't help himself within that moment. But for me, I feel like he almost wanted to live out that fantasy with Natasha for a tiny bit, regardless of whether he is just a sexual chemistry or whatever it is. But I don't trust him, because right there and then he downplayed his part in that, and then he dropped Natasha in there. So now Maria's gonna have Natasha up, but realistically, he gave Natasha hope. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that about Tom. I do not like that. I don't like the fact that he's taking their business about the whole date thing and saying it to Benaya. I don't like it because the way that he said it, he's saying it in a way where it's like almost putting Maria down, because he's like, oh, well, you know, if my mom had heard that, you know, my mom would have had an issue with that, because at the end of the day, why would you feel embarrassed? You know what I mean? And my mom would love to pay. Well, Kia, your mother out for dinner then. Marry your mother. If your mom don't mind, marry your mother. At the end of the day, your mother is a mother. Maria is Maria. At the end, do you know what I'm saying? And I know he said, like, obviously other things might arise. Yes, they might. You guys don't know each other yet. That's what you sign up to. I get it. And there's going to be things that you find out about each other that you might have to work on if you do decide to go through with this wedding. But that's how it is. Marriage is not for everybody, and marriage is not something that, you know what I mean, you can't just walk away from it once you're committed. It is what it is. You have to work through it. But at the end of the day, I just feel like if he had such an issue with the whole thing with the pain stuff, talk to Maria about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Talk to Maria about it and stop telling Natasha your damn business. Cha. But anyways, guys, let me move on to what's his name, Sam, Benaya, and Nicole. Now, Nicole was telling Benaya, listen, I feel like I need to have a conversation with Sam. I need to give him back his ring and embrace it and all this kind of stuff. And boom, Sam turned up at this thing now. And Benaya, obviously, here's the thing. I can see this from two sides, right? Benaya has Sam up from the get-go, right? And he never liked Sam because naturally they're competing for the same person's affection. So, you know, him just suspecting that Sam wasn't true and Sam was there for the fame, I get it. But sometimes you have to let things go, right? Because now Benaya didn't let things go, and now him come and hurt him own damn feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? It hurt him damn feelings. Because the moment I hear the conversation between Sam and Nicole, when Sam is saying, well, you know, you wanted to get physical. Do you know what I mean? And you could tell that was making Nicole uncomfortable, because I feel like that's something that she wanted to forget. You know what I'm saying? Because Sam is saying, well, obviously, you know, is it because you wanted to get physical and I said no? Why you feel like we're not compatible? Because obviously, you know, Sam are going to act. Sam is an actor. So Sam's gonna act up like he still cared, like he was in love, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna act about that, right? But for me personally, I feel like, you know, if I was Benaya, you don't have to be pally pally with him. But I would have been like, hey, you're right, and I'd done it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to let things go because realistically, Benaya is going off his own theory and his opinion. He does not need to have a conversation with Sam about anything because at the end of the day, Nicole came back to him and they chose it and they chose each other and they're moving forward. I feel like Benaya did not need to have that conversation with Sam. But now it's gone to a point where Sam got very annoyed by how Benaya approached him because to be fair with you, if I was Sam, I'd have been annoyed too. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to come for me, make sure you can handle my comeback because I know how to deal with unwelcome guests. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to come for me, make sure you're prepared because especially I'm Leo. You know, Leos take it a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? You might step on our toes, but we cut your whole leg off. That's how Leos are. They're a bit extra. They're a bit dramatic. So for me personally, if he had come to me a certain way, I would have met that with even more. So I can't say that Sam reacted badly or I wouldn't have done what Sam did because when I saw the preview I'm like, why did Sam bring it up? He didn't need to bring that up. But to be honest, if you're gonna come at me like that, sir, I'm gonna let you know that, excuse me, if I wanted your girl, I could have had your girl because she wanted to sleep with me and I said no. I would have said it to her, your feelings. Yeah, I would and so do you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I felt like Benaya should have left that situation alone. Are they going to be able to move past it, knowing it? Nicole is trying to shut it down because Nicole knows it's no lie. She knows she tried to sleep with Sam. She knows it. So she doesn't want to like continue having the conversation. And I feel like Benaya needs some peace. He needs to be at peace with that situation. And until he feels at peace with that situation, he's going to keep bringing it up. But if he keeps bringing it up, I feel like it's going to drive a wedge between him and Nicole. But let's see how that unfolds. You know what I'm saying? We just have to wait and see. But anyways, guys, so Sabrina and what's his name? Steven, I've got to say, I really like Sabrina and Steven. I think after Demi and Ollie, they're my favorite couple. From the get-go, they've had no issues. Obviously, we see where Steven met Sabrina's mom, sister, and best friend. And they like him. Obviously, they have their doubts. And I think that's normal. I feel like if your family and friends didn't have that doubt, you know, it wouldn't be genuine because, you know, it's a big decision. It's a big decision. You're going from being single for so long. You're going to just meeting somebody, spend this time with that person, and, you know, you're getting married. So their feelings, their doubts are validated, especially with the sister as well, because she's like, is this a honeymoon thing? Is it real? And I think, to be honest with you, I would have been thinking the same thing because I would have been like, is it going to be over once the show is finished? What is the situation? But I genuinely feel like Sabrina and Steven have a connection. And I really hope that they're able to just continue and flourish. And even after the show, like I'm rooting for them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm cheering them on because I feel like they're very much compatible. Who I don't think is compatible is that damn dryad girl. Look at this. Listen. I shouldn't really be calling anybody's head dry because... But I gotta say, I just don't trust that girl with Freddie. I don't feel like she talks to Freddie with any respect. I don't feel like, you know, she's toxic. That girl is toxic. And, you know, no. She's not for Freddie, and somebody needs to intervene and stop that. But anyways, guys, I think that's it. I don't know if there was anything else. I talk about the Maria situation, the Sam situation, the Catherine situation. I'm gonna like her now. Oh God, what's wrong with me? I don't dislike her, but I just don't like her attitude and the way she's been behaving. I just think it's disrespectful towards Freddie, and I really, really hate it. But yes, guys, I think that's my 2 pennies on this. So if you got into this far in the video and you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. When I talk so fast, sometimes I'm like so much gibberish. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Guys, I'm trying to get to 5K by the end of the year, and I know it is very much possible, okay? But anyways, guys, I'ma love you and I'ma leave you, and I'll see y'all in episode 9 review. But for now, keep it sassy, delicious.